いつの間にか増えてた電気の七輪でじっくり焼いてくれたんだよね。
Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game. You cooked it with love on an electric grill that mysteriously appeared in our house at some point.
そうなんだよ。備長炭のチップを香り付けに使ってるから、本当の炭火で焼いたみたいな香りになってるはず。
It sure does. I threw in some white charcoal chips to make it smell like I grilled it over an
そう
actual.
だね。美味しそうだね。
Wow, it looks great. These two are, I think, the best characters, and they have the best dynamic in the entire game. Okay, let me
嘘から
disable my
始まる
preview.
恋の夏。
Hello, everybody. Welcome to, what is this, episode 23? Yeah, 23 of UsoNatsu. This could be the last episode of UsoNatsu as well. We don't know for sure. Meanwhile, I have once again swapped my monitors, but not changed the order in which they are. You know what? Let me do that right now. Let me do that. Display. Let me just move my second monitor. Why? Cool. Cool. So now I swapped my monitors around, and now they actually are swapped in Windows. So I don't have to move my mouse in the opposite direction. This is potentially the last episode. I know I keep saying it could be the last episode of UsoNatsu. We will see. The one thing I do know is that this episode will come out on Thanksgiving. So that's fun and exciting. This year I'm thankful for... Where is it? I'm thankful for Riku. And her awesome her awesome CGs. And also for being a great character. But mainly for this. Because this looks awesome. Also, this is pretty funny too. And so is this, actually. You know what? Shout out to Riku for having the most varied hairstyles, I think, in my opinion, out of all the characters. Kaoru's hair is always the same. Shiori's hair is almost always the same. She either has it down, or she has it up in a ponytail. Riku's out here. She's got all sorts of different hairstyles. Like these two. This is the same hairstyle. Actually, does she have a side ponytail here? I can't tell. It's really hard to tell. She might not. She might end up having the same amount of hairstyles as Shiori. But it's okay. Oh, I'm also thankful for this. This is an amazing CG. I love this so much. It's such like a good shot. It's also like peak UsoNatsu of like it's all about the eyes. Anyway, last time, what did happen last time? Oh yeah, so Shiori explained everything that went down with Kaoru, and I feel like I already recorded this episode for some reason, but I haven't. Shiori explained everything that went down with her dad to Kaoru, and they kind of just were chilling at the beach, and they got a bunch of food, and they kept eating. So I have a feeling we're gonna get to the beginning. I don't even think it's in the gallery, but I have a feeling we're gonna get to that beginning scene of them standing on the beach. But we do have 5 more CGs left, and Shiori said that she was gonna confront her dad, so we'll see how that goes, and if we get any more CGs here. I do want to say I streamed Fatal 12 when I'm recording. By the time this goes out, it'll have been last week I streamed Fatal 12. And they went to Rinka and Odette and Alan went to Tokyo Tower in Fatal 12. And I thought that if we can find the CG here, it looks like they use the exact same CG as in Fatal 12. This. I think they used this exact same background in Fatal 12 when they were up in the observatory in Tokyo Tower. I think it was this exact same image. So, you're interested, that should still be on Twitch, and eventually I'll get all those VODs on the VOD channel. But I think this also might be the same. Actually, this looks a little different. But some of these look very similar to some of the CGs in Fatal 12. This subway car looks very similar. This looks like it could be an alternate angle, because in Fatal 12, let's see, yeah, you have the Yamanote line, and here's Chuosobu line. And I think in Fatal 12, the CG that they have, or the background that they have here, is actually just the same place, but from the opposite direction. So we're looking toward the escalator here. And in Fatal 12, I think the perspective is opposite. So we would be looking towards where the camera is now. So we would be over here looking this way. And right now we're looking this way. So that's really interesting. And I think this very clearly is just supposed to be Lion House. It doesn't look exactly the same, but I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Lion House. It's got a very similar design. The tables are very similar, the chairs are very similar. And this, once again, I think also is pretty much the same thing that they had in Fatal 12, except once again, we are on the left looking to the right in this CG, or in this background, and I think in Fatal 12, we are on the right looking to the left, so we're over here looking this way. Right now, we're on like the left side looking to the right. In Fatal 12, we're on the right looking to the left. So I just thought that was interesting. I wanted to check that out because I mentioned it on stream, that I'm pretty sure these are the same CGs, and I think this is the exact same CG. So that's just something funny. They are made by the same developers, so I guess that would make sense. And that led to the whole thing of like, do you think Fatal 12 happens before or after UsoNatsu? And I feel like Fatal 12 has to happen before UsoNatsu just because the game came out first. Fatal 12 I think came out in like 2018, I think, and this game came out in 2023. So obviously UsoNatsu has to happen after Fatal 12. So, anyway, enough talking about things that have nothing to do with this game. The summer romance born from a lie. So, let's load this back up. I don't remember where we left off exactly. Oh yeah. Shiori was like, "You have something to tell me, don't you?" Because Kaoru explained what happened between her and Mide. Because the thing I still need to tell her is...
ちょっと待ってね。ちゃんと覚えてるし分かってるんだけど、心の準備がさ。
Just give me a minute. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I need to prepare myself. I would have been able to come right out with it a little while ago, but after giving it more thought and realizing just how big a deal this is, I need a bit more time to find the right words. In response to my stammering excuse, Shiori speaks up in a clear and firm tone of voice.
なら私から言ってもいいですか？私も橘さんにずっと言いたかったことがありますから。
In that case, can I speak first? Because there's something I've been wanting to tell you for a while now.
待って、私から言いたい。あの日、しおりを引き止めたまま止まってる時間がある。だからその時計の針は私が動かしたい。
Wait, I need to say this. Since that day when I called out to you, I've been frozen in time. I should be the one to get time ticking forward again. You know, like that one Kesha song?
わかりました。特別に待ってあげます。ならもうしばらく一緒にお話ししませんか？
Okay, if you insist. I can wait. Shall we just talk for a while longer? I nod while averting my gaze. After all we've been through together, I can tell she wants to say the same thing I do. But I still feel like I need to be the one to say it.
ではせっかくなので橘さんの昔のことから教えてくれませんか？どんな小学生時代だったか、読んできた本や好きな音楽も知らないことがたくさんありますから。
Well, considering everything that's happened, could you tell me about your own past, Tachibana-san? What were you like in elementary school? The books you read, your favorite music? There's so much I don't know.
って小学生の頃から
Sure. You really want me to start from elementary school? Well, there's this girl, and one day during the sports festival... It's a seabed reference. And so our conversation starts up again after a short break. No matter how long I talk, I never run out of things to say. I guess you could say that words don't fail. Words don't fail. There's so much Okay, I'm gonna stop. We continue talking long after finishing all of our snacks and drinks. The two of us enjoy the pleasant ocean breeze as we sit on the ocean. On the what? On the beach. Your ocean breeze, no fair. You really know how to make me sneeze. You really know how to... Wait. Does it say pleasant? Okay, no. It's just like the actual wind. It's not like the salty sea air. You really know how to make me sneeze, breathing in the ocean breeze. I have no idea how much time passes, but I do know that I'm being blinded by the light. At one point, Shiori gets to her feet while pointing to a faint white light slowly emerging from the horizon. A ghost! I stand up as well, and without thinking, I take Shiori's hand in mine as I gaze out over the ocean. I'm a river till you take the dive.
立花さん、見てください。遠くにお日様が出てきました。
Ocean, do 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 do. Ocean. This is the opening. So if you remember a long time ago, in like June or whatever, whenever this first episode came out, this is what the game starts on. And I had a feeling ever since we got to this beach that we were gonna end up here again. Tachibana-san, look at that. The sun's rising in the distance.
本当だ。もう朝になるんだね。夏の夜ってこんなに短いんだ。知らなかった。
It really is. I guess it's morning already. I had no idea summer nights were so short. She's obviously never played Pokemon Black and White. Seasons change every real-life month, and that affects how long the different parts of the day are in-game, which affects various things like which NPCs show up where. I know it only felt short because we spent the entire time talking, but it was like the night passed in the blink of an eye. Despite having spent all that time together, I never once felt bored. Even the occasional moments of silence were comfortable.
この海の向こうは一体どこにつながっているんでしょうか。
I wonder what lies on the other side of the ocean. There's a joke here. There's a joke here, and I'm not gonna make it. But it's there.
どっかの海岸じゃない？
Probably another beach, right?
また適当に答えてませんか？
I wasn't expecting such a literal answer.
残念。今のは真剣だったよ。
Too bad. I wasn't joking around though.
本当ですか？
Really?
うん。だってどこに繋がってたって、私たちは一歩ずつ進むしかないわけじゃん。
Yep, because no matter what lies on the other side, all we can do is keep moving forward, one step at a time.
それを適当な答えと言うんじゃないでしょうか。
I guess that's more metaphorical than literal. Also, look at what's going on with my hair, Tachibana-san. I'm like a Ninetales, or a Gumiho, or a Inori. Inori? That's not a thing. Inori is a person. Inori. An Inari. It's an Inari. Maybe.
立花さんはどこにいたって相変わらずです。
You never change, Tachibana-san, no matter where you are.
そうかな。
Yeah, I guess so.
そうかもね。
Oops. Sorry about that, Kadu. Knowing that there's still something I need to do, I close my eyes. I remain like that for a few moments. I feel Shiori's fingertips move slightly in my hand and readjust my grip, squeezing her more tightly.
ねえしおりさ
Hey, Shiori, there's something else. Look how skinny she is. Look at this. I feel like the side profile did not treat Kadu nearly as well as it does Shiori. Although, I will say, I think Kadu got better live 2D than Shiori. Like, what is that? Why is her hair in big chunks like this? Why? I get that that's just how they, like, put on the animation. It just looks really funny. It makes her look like a giant mop or something like that. Also, like, what is going on with these skirt physics? I don't get it. I don't get it.
はい。何ですか？
I have to think about the physics too when I'm taking these screenshots. Yes? What is it?
好き
I love you.
私しおりのこと好き大好きいつからかは分かんないけど間違いなく好き
Am I lagging?
私
I think I'm lagging a
しお
little.
りに恋してる
I love you, Shiori, so much. I have no idea how long I've felt this way, but I know that it's real. I'm in love for you. It's way too soon, but they know this is love.
だから私と付き合ってほしい
That's
恋人
why
になってほしい
I'm asking if you'll go out with me. If you'll be my girlfriend. Hey, hey, you.
立花さん、目をつぶってもらえますか？
Tachibana-san, could you close your eyes?
え
Huh? But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? And if you close your eyes... Ellipses! Exclamation point. How am I gonna be an optimist?
ちょ
What? Hey!
もう、目をつぶってくださいって言ったじゃないですか。
For crying out loud, I told you to close your eyes.
だってっていうか今唇
But, I mean, did you really just kiss me?
したくなっちゃったんです。私も立花さんのことが好きですから。
Hee. I've been wanting to do that for a while. You see, I love you too.
しおり
Shiori.
だからさっきのが答えです。一応言っておくと初めてですからね。今度こそ目を閉じてください。
That should be answer enough, I think. Just so you know, that was my first kiss. Now, keep your eyes closed this time. It's way too soon, but they know there's something. Shiori's face is close enough to mine that I end up closing my eyes out of embarrassment, even before she tells me to do so. I like that it's still, once again, they had to do this for the animation. The kiss looks so weird. Shiori's like puckering, and Kadu's got her mouth, like her lips completely shut. All the energy in my body is focused on my lips right now, and I feel like I'm on the verge of collapsing. Something, play that song from all the edits. It's the second kiss that makes me fully aware of just how soft her lips are. Every time we touch, I get...
普通に返事しても立花さんは驚いてくれないと思ったので、なんだか今になって恥ずかしくなってきました。
I didn't think it'd be much of a surprise if I answered you in words. Oh gosh, now I'm all flustered.
次は立花さんからしてください。
It's your turn next, Tachibana-san.
行くよ
Okay, here goes. Moi. Oh, we timed that well. Nice, Kadu. Moi. Being taller than her, I don't have to stand on my tiptoes to reach her lips. I can just lean down a little and turn my head. See, this one looks better than the previous one. My heart is beating louder and louder, yet the sublime feeling of contentment from kissing her drowns out the extraneous noise of the world around us. Or the extraneous. In that moment, I feel time start to move forward again.
もう一回
Can we
してもいい
kiss
ですか？
one more time?
うんもちろん何回でも
Of course. As many times as you want. As long as it doesn't run too long. We have to fit runtime. Because it's just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. We don't need words. In this world of ours, probably, definitely, absolutely. Our lips press together longer than before, and then slowly part. It's only after I open my eyes and find myself gazing into hers that embarrassment washes over me. Seeing Shiori's cheeks blush a deep red, I realize that I'm not the only one who feels that way, and it brings a smile to my lips.
この場合彼女と彼女ってことでいいんでしょうか？
Does this mean we should be calling ourselves girlfriend and girlfriend?
わかんないけどそうじゃないかな。でもどっちでもいいよ。だってしおりを好きってことは変わらないし。
Look how her lips are closed but her mouth is open. She's like, "Meow, meow." She's like, she's gonna go, "Meow, see? I'm not sure, maybe." But honestly, I don't think it matters. Whatever we call ourselves, I love you, Shiori.
そうですね。私も立花さんのことが好きです。大好き。
You're right. I feel the same way, Tachibana-san. I love you. This is gonna be like a 20-minute episode, isn't it? Again and again, we continue kissing. We don't stop until the morning sun has fully risen. Game, please! I want to be able to see! Oh, this looks pretty. The ocean somewhere. Time continue. Oh, this must be a CG then. I'm realizing now. So the kiss was one CG. This has to be another CG. Because now that we've gotten this daytime version, it's probably going to show up in the gallery. Since they don't put stuff in the gallery until we get all the versions of it if there are multiple ones. That's why we didn't get that Cowdy one earlier. And that's why we didn't get the one of her yelling from the beginning until we got the one of her yelling during the daytime. So that's 2 CGs, so we got 3 left. Time continues to pass. I wonder if the title screen will be a CG. I'm starting to see people appearing on the beach nearby, probably either going fishing or for a walk.
ほら、もう始発出てるって。
Hey, it looks like the trains are running again. She looks so satisfied with herself, Shiori. She's like, yes, that's right.
そうですね。
Yeah, you're right.
どうしたの？
What's wrong?
なんだか今になって恥ずかしさがこみ上げてしまって、魔法が解けてしまったというか、その。
She's doing the reverse live long and prosper, Shiori. She got like, instead of the index in the middle and then the ring and the pinky together, she's got like it backwards. Or she got like the reverse Spock. It's just, I feel really embarrassed now. Almost like a spell was broken or something. You cast a spell on me.
まさかしおりからチューされるなんて思わなかった。
I seriously never expected you to kiss me. That's gonna increase the age rating for the game.
恥ずかしいので言わないでください。
I'm embarrassed enough without you talking about it.
事実じゃん。それに2人だけの時間は終わったけどさ。2人の時間はまだ続いてるよ。
I'm just being honest. Our first night together might be over, but our time together is just beginning, you know?
そうですよね。立花さんの言う通りですけど、よく くそんな恥ずかしいことをはっきりと言えますね。
Yeah, you're right. It's just... The girl who's standing before me is no longer just a friend. She's a roommate. I've never officially been in a relationship before, which is why I can't stop thinking about what Shiori said earlier.
そうだ、呼び方。もう彼女なんだから、立花さんじゃなくて名前で呼んでよ。
Speaking of what we should call each other, since we're dating now, you should stop calling me Tachibana-san and use my first name. Unfortunately for Kadu, she has always referred to Shiori as Shiori. Actually, has she? Yeah. It's only Tachibana. It's only Shiori that hasn't been doing that. She always calls Kadu Tachibana-san. Yeah, because Riku and Kadu both call her Shiori.
はい。
Okay.
なんでそんな深刻そうなの？
Is it really that big of a deal?
今まで立花さんって呼んできたので、今になって変えるのは。
I've been calling you Tachibana-san for so long that it's a big deal to me.
リクは井ノ原さんじゃなくてリクって呼んでるじゃん。
You've never had any problem calling Riku by her first name.
そうですけど。
That's different.
じ
Stare. I ignore her excuses, continuing to stare directly and silently at her. Stare. After a moment, she closes her mouth before opening it again in resignation.
カオルさん。
Kaoru-san.
嬉しい。嬉しいな。ね、もっと呼んで。
Good. Hearing you say that makes me really happy. Say it again.
カオルさん。カオルさん。
Kaoru-san. Kaoru-san. I probably didn't have to repeat that. I find myself beaming happily, unable to help myself. Jim beam? I figured she'd probably go with Kaoru-san, but that's fine.
ねえ、しおり。
Hey, Shiori.
何ですか？
What?
好き。
I love you.
私も好きです、カオルさん。って今はキスはダメですよ。人通りも増えてますし、もし見られたら。
I love you too, Kaoru-san. Wait, we can't kiss now, can we? There's so many people around, and if someone sees us...
わかってるよ。しおり意外と積極的なんだね。
I know. You can be surprisingly assertive, you know that?
なんでそうなるんですか？
Huh? What do you mean? Bullying your girlfriend? Not cool, Kaoru.
私そのつもりなかったし。敬語がそのままなのは徐々にでいいか。しおりの喋り方も好きだし。
I mean, I wasn't about to kiss you. Anyway, it's fine if it takes a while for you to feel comfortable speaking casually around me. I love the way you talk, Shiori.
そうしてくださるとありがたいです。
Good. I appreciate your understanding. I think to myself how cute she is as I watch her walk next to me, seemingly without a care in the world. I could watch her forever, but I know I probably shouldn't right now, considering where we are. A few moments pass and I ask her a question.
しおりはこれからどうする？
What's your keikaku now, Shiori?
決めた通りにします。帰ります。でもお父さんのいるお家へはもう帰りません。朝日先生にもう一度相談して、どういう順番で何をするか考えようと思います。
Exactly what I told you before. I'll go home, though I won't be going back to live with my father. I plan on having another chat with Miss Asahi so I can figure out what steps I need to take.
わかった。私もちゃんと両親に相談して、一時的でもしおりを止めていいかお願いしてみる。戻らないって決めたなら必要になるかもしれないから。
I understand. I have to talk with my parents as well. I'll have to talk to my parents as well. I'll ask if they'll let you stay with us, at least temporarily. If you made up your mind about not going back to your home, you'll need to live somewhere.
ありがとうございます。そう言ってくださると心強いです。とても。
Thank you. It means a lot that you do that for me, truly.
じゃあ行こっか。
Well, ready to go?
はい。
Yes. We start walking in the direction of the station, holding hands. The whole way there, I enjoy the pleasant ocean breeze and the warm sunshine on my back. The Super Mario sunshine? Yahoo! What? Oh! Back to the plot-relevant thighs. Dun dun dun. As soon as we get on the train, I immediately fall asleep. This is like seabed music. Partly from staying up all night, and partly because we'd spent most of the day before on our feet. After about 3 hours, I wake up. Like, there's hardly... Like, look, the only animation here is this tiny bit of Shiori's hair that's moving. They're just like, nah, we need a close-up of the thighs. Like, what even is... It's not even like the close-up... It's like close-up of the kneecaps. Y'all ever hear of me-do tights? It's gotta be one of the wildest, like, oh, why am I lagging so much? Why are the thighs causing so much lag? The thighs are too powerful. I'm not overloading an OBS. No, it's just this one scene's causing a bunch of lag. That's really funny. We're in the same local commuter line as we took to come here, meaning we still have another hour to go at least. She's so cute. I murmur out loud upon seeing Shiori's peacefully sleeping face. I can't be sure, but I bet she passed out roughly the same time as I did. With her head on my shoulder, her gentle snores tickle my ear, and I find myself smiling in response. Do you think Shiori snores like honk shoo? Or I guess it'd be more like honk shoo, or honk me 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 me. I grab my phone, thinking this would be the perfect time for my second creep shot. But it's dead. Rest in peace, Kadu. Actually, I wonder something. I'm getting lag now. I wonder if that previous CG is just this CG but zoomed in. Like, I wonder if it's just this but zoomed in, and the reason why it's causing lag is because we have this happening in the background even though you can't see it. Like, you have all this movement up here that's happening, but it's so zoomed in so you can't see it. That might be what's causing the lag. Wow. As I'm trying to plug my phone into the power bank, Shiori begins to wake up. I look into her sleepy eyes and find myself smiling again. Did you see Shiori? She was like waking up next to the person I love makes me so happy. Though we're on a train, so there's unfortunately other people as well. Hello, game? For some reason, I thought I was still dreaming.
お客さん少ないから聞こえてないと思うけど、まだ横浜着かないし、寝てても大丈夫だよ。
It's pretty empty, so I don't think anyone heard you. We still have some time until we reach Yokohama, so you can go back to sleep if you want. Okay. I think I will. She closes her eyes again, but after 30 seconds, she opens them and looks at me. I can't sleep.
あるよね、そういうこと。一回目が冴えちゃうとさ、まだ眠いはずなのに寝れないって。じゃ、話してよっか。
It happens to me all the time. Once I wake up, it's hard to go back to sleep, even if I'm still tired. Want to talk a bit? She gives a firm nod in my direction and then begins to talk, her voice slightly more hushed than before.
私が思い出の地巡りに付き合ってほしいとお願いした日、学校でカオルさんが私にした質問を覚えていますか?
You remember the question you asked me at school the day I first invited you to join me on my memory tour?
それってもう1ヶ月以上前になるよね。 なんだっけ？
That was over a month ago. What was it again?
カオルさんが男子から告白されたのを私が見ちゃった時です。彼は自分のことを好きかどうか私に聞いていました。
I overheard the boy confess his feelings for you at school, and you asked me if I thought he really liked you or not. It's way too soon.
私に告白してきたさっきの男子、私のことを好きだったと思う？
That boy who confessed his feelings for me. Think he really liked me? Oh, I'd actually forgotten all about that. She breathes a quiet sigh, able to guess what my answer is from my expression alone.
あの質問に私はちゃんと答えられませんでした。私の中に答えはなかったんですから当たり前ですよね。
At the time, I wasn't able to give you a proper answer. Of course I couldn't, when I had no frame of reference.
私はずっと人を嘘つきにして命さえ奪ってしまう好きがわからなかったんですが、カオルさんは私よりも好きの正体を知ってるかもって思ったんです。
I never understood love, and how it could bring people to lie, or even lose their own lives. I felt that perhaps you might know better than I did.
思い返せばそれも思い出の地巡りに付き合ってもらいたいと思った理由の一つかもしれませんけれど、私もようやく好きを知ることができました。
Looking back, I think that's one of the reasons why I asked you specifically to join me on my memory tour. And after everything we've been through, I think I can finally understand what love means.
そっか。それで答えも分かったってこと？
I see. Does that mean that you know the answer now?
はい、私の方がずーっとたくさんすっごくカオルさんのことが好きです。
I don't know if we got this in the CG gallery. This might be the third one. Yes, Kadu-san, I can honestly say that I love you with all my heart. Hello? Game? Game?
何それ、答えになってないじゃん。
Hey, wait, that wasn't the question. I laugh in embarrassment as Shiori slings her arm over my shoulders, hugging me tightly. I lean my body against hers to return her embrace. I thought I was already used to knowing we're in love with each other, but I guess not. My heart's pounding in my chest, doki doki, and I'm suddenly wide awake. Doki doki? It's Mocha the cow. Mocha the cow. It feels almost like we've eloped or eloped. It feels almost like we've elo-ped. That's what happens when people pay people to boost their accounts in League. Elo-ped. Shiori and I stayed at the hotel together without any plan for what to do next, and then we took a train as far away as we could go. And now we're returning to our lives, not as friends, but as lovers. Lovers, I hardly nosers. Those 5 days we spent together were like our honeymoon. And now, 3 more days have passed. Quick, play the Honeywork
カオルさん、
song.
おはようございます。
Howdy-san, good morning.
おはよう。やっぱまだ変な感じだね。しおりが私の部屋にいるの。
These two sprites are such good representations of them. Shiori's wearing the mocha pajamas that we got, and they're all like buttoned up and everything. And Kaoru's over here, and she's like all disheveled. Morning. I'm still not used to seeing you here in my room.
そうですか？ならこれでどうですか？
Really? In that case, what if I do this? She suddenly leans forward, pressing her lips against mine. Okay, so I wasn't sure if she was going to do that or she was going to grab the big mocha here and pretend to be mocha. This is what it's been like for the past few days, to the point where I've lost count of how many times we've kissed.
どうって、うん、好きだけどさ。
Well, actually, yep, I like it a lot. Now, are we taking bets on whether or not one of her parents is gonna bust in the room? Hee hee. In the end, Shiori didn't go back home. Once we made it back to Yokohama, the first place we went was my own house. My parents were kinda pissed, but I explained everything to them. I told them how Shiori's father was no longer physically abusive, so she didn't need emergency intervention to protect her, though considering his history, they didn't want to pressure Shiori to go back to him. Honestly, I think the main reason they agreed to let her stay here was because they knew if they said no, we'd probably just run away again. Shiori had tried reaching out to her father as soon as her phone was charged, but after we got back, my dad decided to contact him in a more official way. If he refused to let Shiori stay with us, then my dad was prepared to go with Shiori to talk to him in person, but in the end, we were able to get his consent surprisingly easily. After talking with Miss Asahi, we decided to have a formal meeting 3 days from that date, or in other words, today. Apparently, the meeting would include someone from the local child welfare service as well as our teachers, though that was the extent of my knowledge.
じゃ、ご飯行こっか。
Hey, you ready to eat?
でもその前にもう一度お待たせしました。
Yes, but before we go, sorry for making you wait. I don't even remember anymore. Are these the pajamas? Did she end up picking the pink ones? Actually, are these even the mocha ones? I think these are the mocha ones. Did she end up picking the pink ones? I don't even remember anymore. She kisses me again. I feel like I told her to pick the blue ones, but I don't know. I think kissing is pretty great, but Shiori enjoys it far more than I ever imagined. It's as if she's lost all of her former inhibitions and self-control, though I kinda understand this is the flip side of her anxiety. Oh, like Shawn Mendes. There's nothing holding her back. Dun dun, dun dun, dun dun. That took me a while, because
二人ともおはよう。
for some reason I was thinking of Treat You Better instead of There's Nothing Holding Me Back. I was thinking about the beginning, that I won't lie to you. I know he's just not right. Good morning, you two. Hello, game?
おはよう。朝ごはんできてるぞ。
What was his voice again? Was it like the... I don't even remember anymore. What was his voice? Was it like... Well, I say, yes, I think this was his voice. It was something like this, wasn't it? It was sort of like... I think originally we had him do the Nagito voice, but eventually I decided that that was just too hard because we had extended periods of time in which he was talking, and I just thought that that would be too much for my voice. So instead we decided to make him sound like this in order to sort of fit what Koharu sounds like. Morning, breakfast's ready.
今日はあつしくんの方が早起きだったから、あつしくんが作ってくれたんだよ。
Your dad woke up first this morning, so he made everyone breakfast.
魚と明太子を焼いたくらいだよ。
All I did was grill up some fish and mentaiko.
ねえ、いつの間にか増えてた電気の七輪でじっくり焼いてくれたんだよね。
Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game. You cooked it with love on an electric grill that mysteriously appeared in our house at some point.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
ありがとうございます。いい香りがしますね。
Thank you so much. It smells so good. Hello, game? Please.
そうなんだよ。備長炭のチップを香り付けに使ってるから、本当の炭火で焼いたみたいな香りになってるはず。
It sure does. I threw in some white charcoal chips to make it smell like I grilled it over an
そう
actual...
だね。美味しそうだね。
Wow, it looks great. These two are, I think, the best characters, and they have the best dynamic in the entire game. We still haven't talked about my relationship with Shiori. I haven't found a good chance to bring it up over the past few days. Actually, I still haven't decided if I want to talk about it at all. From the outside, the way we interact with each other is no different than two very close friends. Of course, we make sure to only kiss when nobody is watching. We haven't taken a bath together yet, or anything like that either.
確かに美味しいね。
It really is yummy.
はい、表面がカリッとしてるのに中はホクホクで、グリルで焼いたものよりも本格派って感じがします。
It is. The outside is crispy and the inside is soft and flaky. It feels more authentic than a regular grill.
だってよかったね、あつしくん。
Well, that's certainly good to hear, right, Atsushi-kun?
ところで
By the way, from the awkward conversation between them, I have a feeling this electric grill is yet another appliance that my dad bought without consulting my mom about first. I wonder what she'd do if she found out of all the other stuff he's been buying, but my dad abruptly changes the subject before that can happen.
今日は休みだし、学校まで車で送っていこうか。
I have the day off, so how about I drive you to school?
ありがとうございます。でも電車で行きます。いつもと同じ道で気持ちを落ち着けたいとも思っていますので。
Thank you. I don't even know if that came in through the mic or not. Thank you for your kind offer, but I'd prefer taking the train. Going through the motions I'm familiar with helps me relax and feel less anxious.
私もついてく。夏休みってだけで普通に学校行くのと同じだから大丈夫。
I'll go with you. Even though we're still in summer break, it'll feel just like we're going to school together. No problem.
ではごちそうさまでした。私先に準備をしてきますね。
Thank you so much for the food. I'm gonna start getting ready. This is the part where her parents flip it on Kaoru. After watching Shiori leave the room, my dad leans over and whispers to me.
無責任なことを言うけど、今日の面談を俺はあまり心配してないんだ。話を聞かない人じゃないんじゃないかって思うよ。
I thought he was going to expose his daughter. This is not what I thought he was going to say. Call me irresponsible, but I'm not too worried about the meeting. He doesn't strike me as the type of person who's incapable of listening to reason.
何それ？
What do you mean?
昔のことは俺にはわからない。でも電話で話した南さんは、しおりちゃんが無事かどうかを何より心配していて、そこに嘘はないと思う。
I don't know what happened in the past, but when I talked to her father on the phone, the thing he sounded most worried about was Shiori-chan's safety. I don't think he was faking that.
うちで過ごすことを許可した意図には、しおりちゃんのことを思う気持ちがきっとあるんだと思う。
The fact that he's letting Shiori-chan stay with us shows how much he cares about her.
それはさ、対面を気にしてるとかそういうことじゃないの？病気の時も塾に行けって言ったり怒鳴ったりしてさ。
If you ask me, he's just keeping up appearances. This is the same guy who screamed at her and made her go to cram school when she was sick.
ああ、それは信じられないし、あっちゃいけないことだと俺は思うよ。けど、南さんがしおりちゃんの気持ちにこれまで一切気づいてなくて、やっと気づけたって可能性もあるだろう。
Look, I'm not saying I don't believe you, or that none of that happened, but it's also possible that her father was unaware of her feelings until now, and that he finally understands.
かばうの？
Are you seriously defending him?
そういうわけじゃない。けど、カオルには俺が感じたことも知っておいてほしい。しおりちゃんが一番でいい。でも、物事を客観的に考えることだけは忘れないでほしいんだ。
I wouldn't say that. I just wanted you to know the feeling I got from my interaction. Nothing mattered more to him than Shiori-chan, so try to keep in mind that it's important to stay objective. Also, I feel like Atsushi got like 2 different outfits, and like Koharu got like 5 different dresses.
この件の当事者はあくまでしおりちゃんだ。カオルはいわば部外者だからこそ。
Shiori-chan is directly is the directly impacted party in this situation. You're an outsider, so to speak.
もうその言い方じゃ分かりにくいと思うよ。
Jeez, when you talk like that, it makes it really hard to understand you.
しおりちゃんはきっと目の前のことで精一杯だから、かおちゃんはしおりちゃんが見えなくなってることも気づいてあげてね。こういうことだよね、あつしくん。
I'm sure Shiori-chan's going through a lot right now, but Kao-chan, that's exactly why it's important to remember that you may not know the whole story. Right, Atsushi-kun?
ああ、そういうことだ。
Yes, exactly.
分かった。
Okay, I understand.
じゃ、俺は洗い物してくるよ。
Well, time to wash up. Just as I'm about to get up, my mom stops me. Is she gonna expose her now?
答えたくなかったらいいんだけどもしかしてかおちゃんたち付き合い始めたの？
You don't have to answer me if you don't want to. But are the two of you dating now?
なんでそう思うの？
Huh? Why would you think that?
やっぱり見てればわかるよ。お父さんは全然気づいてないみたいだけど。大丈夫、お父さんには言わないよ。お父さんびっくりしちゃいそうだし。
I knew it. It's pretty obvious, though your dad's completely clueless. Don't worry, I won't say anything to him. He's gonna be surprised when he finds out, though.
私は二人のこと応援してる。いきなり大変な時が来ちゃったけど、かおちゃんたちなら大丈夫。二人でいればきっと支え合えるよ。
I'm rooting for both of you. I know things have suddenly gotten really tough, but I'm sure you'll pull through. As long as you have each other to lean on, it'll be fine.
言われなくたって。
I don't need you to tell me that.
その調子。
Good. That's the spirit. With that, she gets up from the table before I can and turns to help my dad with the dishes. With her words resonating oddly in my heart, I start getting ready to leave the house. To be! The meeting place is supposed to take place in an empty classroom. Of course, with the school currently on summer break, most of the classrooms are empty right now. Miss Asahi's homeroom ends up being picked as the meeting space. The desks are rearranged in the same way they are for future Terrence conferences.
私も一緒に行きたいな。
I wish I could go in there with you.
その言葉だけで嬉しいです。けれども今日は私のこれまでにきちんと結論を出さなくてはいけない日だと思います。だから待っていてください。
I'm happy to hear you say that, but today's the day I need to come up with a final decision about my own future. So please, just be patient.
カオルさんが待ってくださっているって思うだけで私へっちゃらですから。
As long as I know you're out there waiting for me, I'm sure I'll be able to handle anything.
終わったら迎えに行く。いってらっしゃい。
Okay, I'll come get you once you're done. See you later.
Hi.
Alligator. That's not what she would have said. She would have said okay, we're gonna roll that back. We're rolling this one back.
終わったら迎えに行く。
Oh wait, hold on. We're gonna roll this back for a third time. We're gonna roll it back one more time. One more time. You're gonna have to bear with me on this one. It'll be funny. I swear. I swear. Okay. Alright, come on, game. Okay.
終わったら迎えに行く。いってらっしゃい。
Okay, I'll come get you once you're done. See you later, alligator.
Hi.
Right, in a while, crocodile. Also, I know that wasn't the proper usage of... And... But you know what? Her uniform looks almost brand new, thanks to having been sent out for last-minute cleaning. Shiori enters the classroom without looking back. I'm feeling restless, so I head down the hall and stretch my legs. I turn to head down the hall. Is she gonna run into Mire, or is it gonna be Riku? Just then, I pass a familiar man wearing a suit. It's neither!
君は立花さんだね。
You're Tachibana-san! This is the person Shiori's meeting with. The person Shiori needs to talk to regarding her own feelings and the way she wants to live her life. Shiori's father, Minagi Naomasa. And I'm the person who basically kidnapped her. Kidnap her? I hardly know her. Before I have a chance to react, he bows his head deeply in my direction.
君には娘が随分と迷惑をかけてしまったようだ。君の親御さんにも。改めて謝罪させてもらうよ。
I'm sorry for all the trouble my daughter has caused you and your parents. Once again, I sincerely apologize.
いえ、それは。だって、
No, wait, that's not...
話の概要は聞いているから、大方の想像はついている。今回の件は、あくまで娘に責任があるから、君に謝ってもらおうと思ってもいない。
I only heard a brief synopsis, but I have a pretty good idea of what happened. My daughter is to blame for everything, so there is no need for you to apologize or feel like you are at fault in any way. He looks me dead in the eyes before bowing again. With his back as straight as the pin, he looks like a responsible adult.
では、僕はこれから面談があるので、失礼するよ。
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a meeting to attend.
待ってください。
Please wait. I reflexively stop him. There's so much I want to say. There's so much, which is why the only thing that comes out is an attempt at keeping him from leaving. In the uncomfortable silence that follows in those brief seconds, I realize anything I say would only be for my own self-satisfaction. And so I simply end up asking him for one favor.
一人の人間として、しおりの話を聞いてあげてください。
Please listen to Shiori, as a human being.
そうだね。そうするためにここに来たんだよ。
Of course. I mean, that's the reason why I came here. With that, Shiori's father steps inside the classroom. All I can do is watch as his straight-backed figure vanishes from view. He's a vampire! Blah! It's rare that they got a day meeting. It's long past 11 at this point, so the meeting should have already started. It didn't say it was like 11:16. Our parent-teacher conferences with Miss Asahi lasted about 15 minutes each, and I doubt this particular meeting will be as short. To be honest, I can't even begin to imagine what's going to happen. I've looked into possible outcomes, and I don't think it's likely that she'll be moved into a juvenile protective facility over this. But Shiori has made it clear that she doesn't want to go back home, and there's no doubt in my mind that her father's treatment of her contributed to her self-harm. From my uninformed point of view, if she doesn't want to go home, then she shouldn't have to. But in the world of adults, I know it's not that simple. And as my mom and dad pointed out, Shiori's father will have his own side of the story.
よ、カオル。
Yo, Karu! Oh my god, it's Riku, the best character in the game! Oh my god, Riku, hi! As I'm sitting by myself, I hear a familiar voice call my name. Call me by my... From the smell of chlorine in the air, I realize she must be done the swimming practice for the day.
リク、なんか久しぶり。
Riku, it's been a while! Huh.
おう、そうだな。終業式以来だから、まだ10日くらいしか経ってねえんだけど。
It sure has. Though, like, now that I think about it, it's only been like 10 days since the last day of school. Riku sits down next to me. She chugs some of her sports drink out of her personal bottle before continuing.
なんかいろいろ大変だったみてえだな。
It sounds like you've been through a whole lot. We shared most of what happened with Riku through the group Loon chat. About the fight Shiori had with her father, which led to her spontaneously running away from home, and the meeting today. Riku knows that there's nothing she can directly do to help, but she wanted to come wait for Shiori with me, so she left practice early to meet me in the courtyard. The only thing she doesn't know yet is that Shiori and I are now a couple.
まだ聞いてなかったけどさ、二人はちゃんと恋人になったんだよな。
I didn't get the chance to ask, but like, are you two officially dating yet? Or at least, that's what I thought, but it seems Riku saw right through us. You can't fool her gaydar. I don't know what tipped her off, but then again, I'm not all that surprised.
なんで知ってるの？
Huh? How did you know?
白々しい言い方すんなっつーの。わかるに決まってるだろ。って今のが答えだよな。で、どんな感じなんだ？
Don't act like it wasn't obvious. Plus, if I wasn't sure before, I like totally am now. So, how's it going so far?
どんなって、キスは結構、してるよ。
Well, let me think. We, kiss a lot.
キス？キスって付き合ってそんなすぐにするもんなのか？さすがにキスまでだよな。
You kissed? You guys didn't waste any time, did you? I can't believe you jumped straight to kissing. I nod along silently as Riku continues, clearly flustered.
いや、てかそうじゃなくて、どっちから告ったかとか、付き合い始めて何か変わったかとか、そういうことが聞きたかったんだよ。
Wait, like, that's not what I meant. I wanted to know, like, who asked who out first, or, like, how your relationships changed since you started dating. Not that.
じゃあリクの聞き方が悪いじゃん。それにいいの？
Maybe you should have been more specific then. But anyway, are you okay with this?
変な気使うなって。そりゃしおりに振られたのは傷ついたけど、分かってたことだよ。
You sure like picked a weird time to start worrying about my feelings. I'm still hurt about Shiori turning me down, but like I knew that happened from the start.
私はしおりが幸せならそれが一番だし、何よりしおりの親友で居続けたいしさ。カオルが恋人になったら友達一人減るわけだし、友達としての私の価値は上がるだろ。
I just want Shiori to be happy, and more than anything, I want to keep being her best friend. Since you got bumped up to girlfriend, that means she has one less friend in her life, so my friendship stocks have gone like way up.
いや、最後のはよくわかんないけど、わかった。
I don't know about that last part, but I get it. I then proceed to fill her in on the parts we didn't get to talk about over Loon. As I do, sometimes a look of loneliness crosses her face. I can only guess what's going through her mind, but by the time I finished bringing her up to speed, her usual sunny smile is back. It's always sunny in Rikudelphia. What does that even
よ
mean?
かった。ありがとな、カオル。
Well, like, that's a load off my mind. Thanks, Kadu.
しおりはきっと新しい居場所を探してたんだと思う。思い出の地巡りをして過去に折り合いをつけて一歩進むためにさ。そしてもしかしたら見つかったのかもしれない。
I figured Shiori was probably looking for a new place to live. The whole point of her memory tour was to make peace with the past so she can move on. And like, from what you said, it sounds like she was able to do it.
しおりのお父さんとの関係がどうなるか私には分かんねえけど、しおりにとってはきっと居場所がなくなるってのと同じことだと思うんだ。
I have no idea what'll happen between Shiori and her father, but it's gotta feel like she doesn't have a home anymore.
居場所を見失う悲しみや辛さに私は寄り添ってあげられなかった。当たり前に帰る場所があるから、その尊さにやっぱまだ気づけない。けどカオルは違う。違った。
That's gonna be sad and painful, and I hate that there's like nothing I can do to help. My home's always been there for me, so like I can't really understand what she's going through. But you're different. You like know you've been where she is.
だから これからは薫の隣がしおりの帰る場所であってほしい。私の勝手なお願いだ。
Which is why I want you to make sure Shiori always feels at home by your side. That's the selfish favor I'm asking you.
どうだろう。
I don't know.
はあ、ここはほら任せてとかじゃねえのかよ。
What? The only thing you're supposed to say at a time like this is, leave it to me.
私はそんな立派なことできないよ、多分。だってさ。
I'm not that special. At least, I don't think I am. I mean, Riku's words bring what my mom told. Whoa. Riku's words bring what my mom told me this morning back to the forefront of my mind, and I finally understand what she was trying to tell me. I'd been annoyed those words had come from her, but I'd be lying if I denied that they meant something to me.
私の帰る場所もしおりの隣だもん。
My home is by Shiori's side too.
そうかよ、たく嫌になっちまうってな。
No kidding. Sheesh, you're gonna make me hate you at this rate. Kosiyama, si, bonita, si, Mikasa, Tsukasa, Shakira. What? Shiori. Just as we finish our conversation, Riku gets several text notifications in a row. I look at her and wonder what's going on. Then, as if she can tell what I'm thinking, she says, "Oh, right."
なんか最近後輩からすげえ連絡が来んだよ。そのしおりに振られた時のこととか
Look at her
話したから
face. Look at Kelly's
心
face.
配
She's
して
like,
くれてんのかわかんねえけど。
it's such a goofy face. I've been getting a lot of texts from this kohai of mine lately. I told them what happened between me and Shiori, and I feel like they're worried about me.
そっか。
They are they?
なんだよその反応。
What's with that response? I feel a little less anxious after talking with Riku. When I passed Shiori's father earlier, I could practically feel the tension in my shoulders. And though it might sound corny, Riku undoubtedly helped Shiori and me feel at home too. I think about that as we continue waiting for Shiori's meeting to finish up. It's the way her mouth opens. It's the
みなぎさん、しおりさん、ありがとうございます。ここまでの経緯はわかりました。
It's the way that Kaudu's mouth opens. It's the fact that it opens so much and it's such a funny shape. What was her voice again? Oh jeez. That's not her voice. That's the voice of the Ravens. The Ravens from Fishel's Island. That's not her voice at all. She sounded like Miharu, right? Like, Rinka, I'm sure that something words, right? Isn't that what we made it sound like? Mr. Minagi, Shiori-san, thank you for explaining the situation up until this point from both of your perspectives.
そしてしおりさんがどうしたいかということ
Excuse
も
me.
事前に伺っています。
Before we continue, I'd like to confirm what Shiori-san wants to do moving forward.
まず第一に、しおりさんの希望はアルバイトをして家賃や生活費を賄うという前提で一人暮らしがしたい。
First of all, she wants to live on her own, assuming she can find a part-time job that'll pay enough to cover rent and living expenses.
お父様側の祖父母は亡くなっており、お母様側のおばあ様は施設に入っている。もともと疎遠だったこともあり、これから一緒に過ごすこともできない。
Her grandparents on your side have passed away, and her grandmother on her mother's side is in a care home. Being estranged as they are, it's not possible for Shiori-san to move in with her grandmother.
親戚の家に行かず、一人暮らしを希望するのは、これが理由とのことです。
That's one reason why Shiori-san stated she wishes to live on her own. Ellipses.
本日までにしおりさんからそのように伺っており、これがしおりさんの希望です。
I've talked to Shiori-san extensively up until now, and this is what she wants to do.
まず学校として申請さえ出していただければ、アルバイトを始めること自体に問題はありません。
As long as she fills out the correct paperwork, then the school has no problem with her picking up a part-time job.
けれども客観的な意見として、アルバイトをしたとしても主に金銭面でしおりさんの希望を満たすことにはみなぎさんの協力が不可欠です。
Objectively speaking, however, even if she's working to help her finances, she's going to need your continued support.
しおりさんはまだ未成年ですから、親権者であるみなぎさんの方針も重要と考えています。しかしかといって私としてもこのままでいいとは考えていません。
Oh, those windows are open. I was looking at the shadows of the windows on the blackboard, and I was trying to see, does that actually line up? And it looks like it does, actually. That the windows there open actually are open.
Since Shiori-san is still legally a minor, it's also important to take your thoughts as her guardian into consideration.
Consideration?
However, with that said, I can't allow things to continue as they have been.
本日のようにしっかりと話せる機会は貴重かと思います。まずはみなぎさんからしおりさんにもこの機会に思いを伝えていただくのはいかがでしょうか。
I think it's important to have opportunities like this, one where we can talk candidly. So why not take advantage of it by telling Shiori-san something you'd like her to know?
本日は僕たち家族のために貴重なお時間を割いていただきありがとうございます。
First of all, I appreciate you taking precious time out of your busy schedule for me and my family.
しかしせっかくのご提案ではありますが、僕は娘から直接意思を聞いてはいません。
However, I still haven't heard any of this directly from my daughter herself.
朝日先生が代理で話してくださり概要は分かりましたが、たとえ重複したとしても本人の口から直接言葉を聞く必要があると思っています。
You have spoken on her behalf and offered a summary of what has apparently been said, but I still need to hear it from her, even if all she does is repeat everything verbatim.
自分の伝えたいことを人任せにすることは無責任なことです。
It's irresponsible to let other people speak for you.
僕は自分の娘が無責任に育ってしまったのなら責任を負わなくてはいけないし、希望を聞き入れる以前の問題だと考えています。
As her parent, I have to take responsibility for my daughter having grown into the irresponsible person she is. And so, before I can accept these supposed wishes of hers, we need to sort that out.
I feel like he's not very
みなぎさん、お気持ちはわかります。ですが家庭の問題だからこそセンシティブなことで、これまでしおりさんは
I feel like he's sounding less and less vampire and more like, oh yeah, he has a voice. I don't know, he's a vampire, blah.
I understand how you feel. However, family issues by their very nature can be very sensitive, and until now, Shiori-san has...
朝日先生、ありがとうございます。私は大丈夫です。自分の言葉で伝えられます。
Thank you, Miss Asahi. I'll be fine. I can tell him myself.
カオルさん。私はこれ以上お父さんと一緒にいることはできない。私はそう思った自分の心に従いたいの。
I can't live with you anymore, Father. I want to be able to follow my own heart.
自分が恵まれていてわがままだという自覚はあるよ。お父さんが働いてくれるから家も服も食事もあって塾にだって行ける。足りないものは何もない。
I was gonna put in the Pinocchio thing, but father, I have a whole world to see.
I'm aware that I'm lucky and spoiled. You work hard so I can have a roof over my house? Roof over my house? What? You work hard so I can have a roof over my house, clothing and food, and so I can attend cram school. I never wanted for anything.
お父さんは私を殴らないように変わってくれた。それなのに何かを要求するのは欲張りだって自覚もある。でも
You turned over a new leaf and stopped hitting me. After all that, I know it's greedy of me to ask for more, but
どんなに変わっても私にとって今の家は逃げ場のない水槽。外に出てから気づいたの。だからもう戻れない。
no matter how much you may have changed, right now, my home is an enclosure that I can't escape from. I realized that when I left home, and that's why I can't go back.
これからどうなるかわからないし怖いよ。でも一歩踏み出したから私は自分の道を探したい。これが私の気持ちで言葉だよ。
I have no idea what's going to happen to me, and I'm scared, but I've already taken the first step, and I want to be able to find my own path in life. That's how I truly feel.
朝日先生、
Miss Asahi.
はい。
Yes?
一つ申し上げると、娘の主張は予想がついており、僕の答えもすでに決まっていました。
If I may say one thing, it's that I expected her to say something along those lines, and I've already decided what my answer is.
娘が家出をしている期間、思案しました。自身の過去や、いえ、話がそれてしまいますから結論を述べましょう。
I had a lot of time to reflect while my daughter was gone, on my own past, and no, this is not the time for tangents, so let me get down to it.
娘の言葉は筋が通っていると感じた。それにつきます。
I can tell that she means what she says, and her words make sense. I have no further arguments.
はい。しおりさんに対してもう少し何かありますか？
Okay. Do you have anything else to say to her?
いえ、これ以上は何も。あえて言うなら、
No, I've said all I need to. Though, if I were to say one last thing,
僕は娘にわがままを言われた記憶がほとんどありません。あるいは今日が最初の娘からのわがままかもしれませんね。わがままはすなわち自我と同義だとも言えます。
I've never thought of my daughter as selfish or spoiled. This might be the first time she's ever acted without putting someone else first. I would say that selfishness comes from one's ego.
それは成長の過程で生まれるもの。こういう時、親として娘の成長を喜ぶべきなのでしょうか。
Ego is developed as one grows and matures. As her parent, I suppose I should be proud to see her all grown up now, shouldn't I?
私は親になったことがありませんから、一般論として語ることも避けます。ですが、こういう時こそしおりさんの顔を見てあげたらどうですか？
I don't have any children, so I don't want to make any generalizations about parenting. With that said, don't you think at a time like this you should be able to look Shiori-san in the eye?
いえ、もういいでしょう。もう十分です。
No, I've had enough. I'm done.
一人暮らしに関する手続きや金銭面での協力は最大限行います。僕ができる協力というのはそれしかないでしょうから。詳しいことは後日、書面にて。
I will do what I can to help with the paperwork and finances needed for my daughter to live on her own. That's all I can do at this point. Please be sure to send me any further information in writing.
Father, when can I look
I
up
have
the
a whole world to see.
ここまで育ててくれてありがとうございました。
Thank you for raising me.
君の出生体重は 2770g だった。平均よりも小さく、触れるだけで傷つけてしまいそうなほど細くて繊細だったことをよく覚えている。
When you were born, you weighed 2,770 grams. You were smaller than average, and I remember how tiny and delicate you looked, to the point where I was afraid a simple touch would break you.
不思議なもので、高校生に成長した君を見ても、当時の記憶は衰えていない。
It's strange, you know. Even seeing you now as a high school student, my memories from back then haven't faded in the slightest.
生まれてすぐに抱き上げた軽さ、保育園に登園していた時につないだ小さな手も、小学校で転んだ時のやんちゃさも、中学受験で失敗した時の表情も。
I remember holding you after you were born, taking your hand on your first day of kindergarten, the playful look on your face when you fell down in elementary school, and how you felt when you failed your entrance exams.
日に日に亡くなった妻、母親に似てくる君を、喜びと不安の2つの感情で見守っているつもりだった。
As I watched you become more like your late mother with each passing day, I felt a mixture of joy and fear.
僕は君を守らなくてはいけないと思っている。その信念を違えたことは、これまで一度もないと断言できる。
I knew I had to protect you. I can assure you that I never once strayed from that conviction.
しかし、僕は正しいと思ったことをしていたはずなのだけれど、どこかで間違えてしまったのだろう。
Still, I did what I thought was right, but I must have gotten lost somewhere along the way.
どこで間違えてしまったのか、もはや気づきようもないのだけれどね。
I'm not even sure when things started to go so wrong.
ただ、礼を言うのは僕の方だ。君が生まれてきたことそのものに、僕は感謝をしている。
But I'm the one who should be thanking you.
しおり。
I'm grateful for the fact that you were born. Thank you, Shiori.
余計なことを喋りすぎてしまったね。僕はこれで失礼させてもらう。
I said far more than I probably should have, and so, on that note, I'll be taking my leave. Ah,
さようなら、お父さん。
goodbye, Dad. Ah, no. Stop it with these. Tubi? I hate these white screen transitions. They're so bright. When Shiori still hadn't come out an hour later, we couldn't bear to wait in the courtyard any longer and moved into the hallway. Get it? Bear? Hoo hoo hoo. We couldn't hear what was going on inside, but I could tell someone was talking. After waiting in the hall for another half an hour, we finally see people starting to leave. The first one out is Shiori's father. Despite feeling awkward, I decide to face him head on instead of hiding or distancing myself.
こんにちは。お久しぶりです。
Good afternoon. Long time no see. Riku seems pretty uncomfortable, probably because she hasn't seen him since the commotion she ended up causing in middle school. but I guess she still wanted to say something to him. Personally, I want to ask if he was able to talk to Shiori like another human being, as I asked him to before the meeting, but the words won't come out. Words fail before I can say anything. Shiori's father speaks up.
娘を、しおりをよろしく。
Take good care of my daughter. He then gives me a brief bow that's far different from the deeper and more polite one before the meeting. It somehow feels like a casual greeting between acquaintances. It doesn't take long for me to understand the significance of that gesture from him.
はい、わかりました。
Yes, I'll do that. I'm surprised by how naturally those words come out. The words of her father, her parent, are far weightier. To be honest, I feel the same way I did when I answered Riku earlier. I'm not that special-ier, but I can't be honest with Shiori's father-ier in the same way I can be with Riku-ier. There'd be no point-ier. And so, this might be the best lie I've ever told in my life-ier. Still, now that I've said it, I have a responsibility to make that lie come true-ier.
では、失礼するよ。
Well then, if you'll excuse me. Without bothering to wait for a response, he continues down the hall before disappearing downstairs. Both Riku and I remain speechless until we can no longer hear the sound of his footsteps. Riku is the first to break the silence tonight.
なんかさ、しおりのお父さん、最後笑ってなかったか？
Was I like seeing things, or did he smile as he was leaving?
そうかな。
Wait, did he?
わかんねえけど、そう見えた。営業スマイルとかじゃなくて、感情的っていうか。
I'm not totally sure, but that's what it looked like to me. And it wasn't a customer service smile either. It felt real.
そっか。だとしたらなんで笑ってたんだろうね。しおりのお父さん。
Huh? What would he have been smiling about, though?
それも、私にはわかんねえな。
Hey, don't ask me. I don't think she imagined it. When she said he was smiling, something inside me agreed with her. I lean back against the wall as I wait for Shiori. But then I immediately hear the sound of the door opening.
お疲れ様、みなぎさん。あ、
Good job in there, Mina. Oh.
リク、カオルさん。
しおり。
しおり。
二人ともみなぎさんを待っててくれたのね。心配だったと思うけど、話し合い自体は穏便に終わった。私からはそのことを伝えておくね。
You two were waiting for her, huh? I know you were both worried, but everything went more or less smoothly. I can tell you that much at least.
私
In sharp contrast to Miss Asi's calm tone of voice, Shiori's eyes glimmer with unshed tears as soon as she sees us. She trembles, unable to look at either of us. She looks like her legs might give way at any moment, so I gently hold her arm, steadying her. She reaches out with her other arm and pulls me into a hug.
私お父さんに言いました。もう一緒にいられないってはっきり言ってしまいました。自分の心に従って言いたいことを言えて嬉しいはずなのに。
I talked to my father. I told him in no uncertain terms that I no longer wanted to live with him. And while I'm happy that I'm finally listening to my heart, I just...
泣いてしまいそうですから。
I know I shouldn't cry over my own decision. So please, Kadu-san, I want you to stay with me. Because I know if I'm by myself, I'll just bawl my eyes out.
もちろん言われなくても一緒にいる。私がしおりと一緒にいたいから。
Of course I'll stay. I'd stay even if you didn't ask me to. Because I'm tangled up in blue. I only want to be with you.
カオルさん、ありがとうございます。
Thank you, Kadu-san.
よかったな、しおり。ちゃんと帰りたい場所が見つかってさ。
I'm really happy for you, Shiori, that you found a place you can return home to.
ええ、とても素敵なことだと思う。
Yes, I think it's wonderful.
さて、今日はここまでにしておきましょう。心も体もすごく疲れてると思うから、あとは友達と一緒にゆっくりしてね。
Anyway, that's business. Today's business. Anyway, that's today's business concluded. I'm sure you're exhausted both physically and mentally, so for now, please relax with your friends.
はい、そうします。
Yes, I certainly will.
みなぎさんのお父様が本当はどうしたかったか、どういう考えでこれまでみなぎさんに接してきた、厳しくしてきたのか。
Whether or not your father meant what he said, whatever his intentions may have been, he was pretty strict with you, wasn't he?
そういうこともしっかり言葉にしてみなぎさんに向き合って対話してほしかったんだけど、ごめんなさい、私の力不足でした。
I wanted you to put those feelings into words and have the ability to talk to your father directly in a way you couldn't before, but I'm sorry for how little I could do.
でも家族の問題はここで終わりじゃない。私も私にできることは何でも協力する。進路のこともゆっくり考えていこうね。
Unfortunately, your family problems won't end here. I promise to do whatever I can to support you moving forward, and as far as what comes next, take your time figuring it out.
はい、じゃあ気をつけて帰ってね。純粋に楽しむってだけの夏休みにはならないかもしれないけど、みんなならきっと楽しくもできるはずだから。
Okay, you three, get home safe. You may not be in the best state of mind to enjoy your break right now, but I do hope you'll have as much fun as possible.
じゃあみなぎさん、また後で連絡するね。
Oh, and Minagi-san, I'll be in touch.
はい、わかりました。朝日先生、今日はありがとうございました。
I know. Thank you for everything, Miss Asahi.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you so much.
お疲れです。
Nice job, Teach.
立花さん、それ敬語のようで敬語じゃないからね。
Hadu-san, you're getting closer to addressing me properly, but you're still not quite there. Miss Asahi briefly returns to the classroom in order to say goodbye to the other staff who sat in on the meeting before heading in the direction of the teacher's lounge. Before her footsteps disappear entirely, Riku is already getting ready to go herself, picking her stuff back up.
私は部活戻って午後練出てくる。
I gotta get back to my club for our afternoon practice session.
ご飯とか。うん、わかった。
You don't want to join us for lunch? Yeah, fair enough. There's been times in the past where Riku told me not to worry about her, and I realized that that was her way of showing how much she cared. It's a little bit contradictory, but that's just how she is, and so I decided to simply nod along without argument.
あ、そうそう。最近結構部活でいいタイム出ててさ、県大会出場も射程圏内なんだ。
Oh, right. I've been getting amazing times during meets. I'm this close to qualifying for the prefectural championship.
だからさ、いろいろ落ち着いてたらになるけど、県大会出れたらちょっと大きいプールでやるから見に来てくれよな。
So, after things settle down, of course, if we actually do make it, I'm expecting both of you to come and watch me swim in that giant pool.
リク、すごいね。もちろんリクの頑張ってるところ応援しに行くから絶対勝ってね。
That's amazing, Riku. Of course I'll be there. I'll be supporting you every step of the way, so you better win.
おう。
For sure.
なんかこう大きい旗とか持ってく。
We'll have to bring a big flag or something. Hello? Game?
甲子園の応援団じゃねえんだぞ。ま、応援してくれるってことだよな。
You're not part of the cheerleading squad. Though, I guess you are cheering me on.
じゃあまたグループの方にも連絡すっか
Okay, later. I'll stay in touch via the group chat. And with that, Riku hurries down the stairs, her indoor shoes scuffing dryly against the floor. My heart's a mess of feelings, and as soon as Riku leaves me alone with Shiori, I feel the strength drained from my body. I have no idea what to say, but Shiori speaks first. How long have we been going? Oh, this has been going on for a while.
カオルさ
Karu-san.
どうしたの？
What's up?
ん、お昼ご飯を食べませんか？気が抜けたら私お腹が空いてしまったので。
Do you wanna go get something to eat? That took a lot out of me, and I'm starving.
そういえば忘れてた。うん。まずは腹ごしらえだ。じゃあコンビニ行こっか。
Oh, that was weird. I think I lost tracking for a second. I totally forgot it was lunchtime. Let's get that stomach of yours filled up. Wanna stop by the convenience store? Since the cafeteria is still closed, walking to the nearest convenience store seems like the best option. I glance outside and blurt out the first thought that comes to mind.
すごい晴れてるね。
It's really sunny today. I guess you could say that it's just a sunny day for you.
はい、そうですね。手をつないでいきますか？
It is indeed. Can we hold hands?
そうしよっか。
Sure, let's do what?
いえ、やっぱり学校の人たちもいて恥ずかしいので、それは学校から離れたところで。
Oh, never mind. There are still other students here, and if they see us, I'll be embarrassed. Maybe. Wait. Well, hold on. Wait. Maybe when we're further
なんだ。
away.
別にいいのに。
Why? It's no big deal. It's pretty normal for two girls who are friends to walk around holding hands, or even link arms together. It's fine. Dun 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 dun. Of course, it's not like I've ever done that before myself, and it feels different now that we're a
ま、慣れてないことしようとしてるしおりが見れてよかったかな。
couple anyway. It'd be nice. I'm losing it. I'm losing it as it goes on. It's fine. Dun and na 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 na. Sometimes grabs me linger even now. Anyway, standing on my toes, looking tall, although you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna pull the song up. I'm just gonna pull up the song. I'll just have it playing in the background. That way I don't have to think about it. Where is it? We'll do it on this next one. Anyway, it'd be nice to see you do something that's outside of your comfort zone.
も
What? What
そう
was
いう
that?
と
I
こ
didn't
も
do
可
that.
愛いよ。
も
Why, you?
そういうとこも可愛いよ。
You're cute even when you're mad. They're playing. We took a little break. Her cheeks immediately turn bright red as she pouts her being able to see her range full of emotion. What? That was not, dude. That was not right.
That was not right at all.
These days end up ending soon, being able to see her full range of emotional expression makes me incredibly happy. Something, please advance the text right now.
There's no more words. May it all be on my own, but it's alright, it's okay. I've known it all along. School classroom 729. After
getting some food at the store, we continued to chat in the classroom. On the way back, I stopped to get some cafe a lot at a vending machine, and we talked some more. The next thing I know, the sun is setting and it's already twilight.
私の行動は本当に正しかったのでしょうか。
Okay, I'll stop.
I wonder if I'm really doing the right thing.
She asked me in a quiet voice after filling me in on what happened during the meeting. She told her father that she couldn't live with him any longer, and he was surprisingly accepting and willing to support her. The glow from the setting sun causes Shiori's face to be bathed in
ごめ
shadows.
ん、わかんないや。
I'm sorry, but I don't know.
I answer honestly. I know that she wasn't necessarily expecting an answer from me. For a decision this big, there's a chance she'll wonder if she made the right choice forever. But regardless, or perhaps because of that fact,
正しくても正しくなくても、私はしおりの隣にいる。約束する。
But whether you made the right choice or not, I promise I'll stay with you, Shiori.
カオルさん、約束破った前科がありますから信用できないかもしれません。
You broke a promise you made before, Kadu-san, so I'm not sure I can trust you.
いや、そこはさ。
But I mean, that was...
嘘です。本当はとても
しおり。
そうかもしれま
why
せ
does
ん。
it keep
カモじゃ
no
ないよ、
no
やっ
stop?
ぱ。
嘘です。本当はとても嬉しくて頼もしいです。私なりの照れ隠しです。
I'm messing with you. I'm actually really happy that I can count on you. That was just my way of hiding my embarrassment.
しおり、二人きりだと強気だよね。
You're really confident when it's just the two of us.
そうかもしれません。カオルさんにだけ見せられる姿ですから。
Maybe so. I don't feel comfortable showing that side of me to anyone but you.
カモじゃないよ、やっぱ。ま、私も嬉しいからいいけどさ。
There's no maybe about it. Definitely. Though I'm still happy to hear that. Even if these days end up ending soon, I take a sip of my calf owlate and gaze out the window. An orange glow is seeping across the blue sky. It's a very different color from the sky on that morning when we first started dating, but both happened in the time between when half of the day and the other. Dun dun na na. A time of day when reality itself feels hazy.
変な気持ちなんです。お父さんはまだ元気で、お母さんやお兄ちゃんとは状況が全然違うのに、
This is also a pretty funny
唯
Shiori
一の
face.
家族がいなくなってしまったような、そんな気持ちになっているんです。
It's strange. My father is still healthy and very much alive, unlike my mother and brother. And yet, I feel like I've lost him forever. Like my final family member is gone.
Final Family 15?
ならさ、私が家族になるよ。
In that case, I can be your family.
あの、
Huh?
私が家族になる。ふざけてるわけでも、冗談でもないよ。
I'll be your family. I'm not joking. I mean it.
カオルさんのことですから、それは分かっていますけれど、
I know you well enough to be aware that you're serious, but
Seeing Shiori stumble over her words in a combination of surprise and embarrassment, I continue speaking. I've never really given it much thought before, but now that I am, the words I want to say just come to me.
家族ってどうやったらなれるのかわかんない。制度とか法律とかそういうのじゃなくて、自分が家族ってどうやったら思えるのか忘れちゃった。
I have no idea what it means to be a family. I'm not talking about laws or structure or whatever, but what it means or what it feels to what it feels like to think of someone else as family.
でも少なくとも血がつながってなくたって家族になれるってことは自信持って言えるよ。うん。誰になんて言われようと関係なくて私が決めた。
But the one thing I know is that it's got nothing to do with whether you're related by blood. That's my truth, no matter what anyone else might say.
だから私たちも家族になれるよ。絶対。時間はかかるかもしれないし、なんかこういろいろ調べることとかあるのかもしれないけど、一旦置いといて。
And that's why I know for
しおり。
sure that we can be a family. It might take some time and some research, but we can deal with that later. Okay, Shiori? I hadn't planned on sounding so carefree about it, but it's a feeling that's become seamlessly woven into the very fabric of my life. Is it because I love her? Because I wanted to support her? No, it's far simpler and less logical than that. I just want to be with her, forever.
なろ？家族に。
Come on, let's be a family.
なりましょ
Yes, let's do it.
う。正
I'm not
直
gonna
に言
do
うと
that.
今は何も考えられません。家族って何なのか、どうやったら家族になれるのかわかりません。
To be honest, I can't really think about anything right now. I don't know what it means to be a family or how to become one either.
でもすごく嬉しいんです。ほっぺたが緩むのが止まらないんです。
But I'm just so happy. I can't seem to stop smiling.
だって家族になろうなんて初めて言ってもらいましたから。
I mean, I've never had someone say something like, let's be a family to me before.
私だって誰かに言ったのは初めてだよ。
It's the first time I've said it myself.
私以外の人に言っちゃダメですよ。
Well, you better not say it to anyone but me, okay?
当然。
Of course. Her voice is trembling, but she's still smiling happily. And then we kiss, as if it were the most natural thing to do in this situation. Mwah. Mwah. We kiss again, this time more forcefully. I have no idea how much time passes as we continue to kiss each other. Unable to breathe through our mouths, we strained to get enough air. And yet, the strangest thing is, neither of us want to stop. We remain locked together for what feels like an eternity. That's what they did when they were done. Ah! Suddenly, we hear a loud flurry of knocks in the classroom. Knock, 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 knock. There's something, something, something. Knock, 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 knock. They need to be more chill. Now they're just Shiori in the classroom. Shiori in the classroom at a school. I have no idea who it might be, but considering the timing,
見られたね。
they saw us, for sure.
なんでそんなに冷静なんですか？
How can you say that so calmly?
だって事実だし、学校でチューしちゃダメじゃん普通。
I'm just stating a fact. I mean, we're obviously in the wrong here for making out at school.
だからなんでそんなに冷静なんですか？
And so I say again, how can you be so calm at a time like this? Anyways, we pause our makeout session for the time being. We look into each other's eyes for about 3 more minutes before we begin kissing again, at which point we hear a very deliberate knock before the door opens.
うわあ、2人とも まだ学校に残ってたんだね。
Oh, hey there. I didn't realize you two were still here.
もうこんな時間だから用事がないなら早く帰ること。今日はいろいろ疲れたと思うし、ゆっくり休んでね。
It's pretty late. If you don't need to be here, you should probably head home. Today was pretty exhausting, so you should get some rest. Her words come out stiff and awkward, like poorly rehearsed lines in a play. I have no doubt that she saw us kissing, but I guess she decided to let it slide after all that Shiori's been through today.
朝日先生って大人だね。難しい判断だったはず。
You're so mature. That must have been one hell of a tough decision for you, huh?
当事者が言わない。それと敬語。
You're in no position to talk. Also, language.
はーい。
Fine.
まさかさっきのノックって。
Was that other knock also you then?
逆に良かったじゃん、朝日先生で。
We're pretty lucky she's the one who found us, honestly.
すみませんでした。
I'm so sorry.
はいはい、この話はおしまい。今日のところは不問とします。
Okay. This conversation is over. Let's pretend like nothing happened.
じゃあ今度こそ気をつけて帰ってね。一生に一度の今年の夏休み、大切に過ごすこと。
Please actually get home safe this time. This is your last summer break before you graduate, so don't waste it. After making sure Miss Asahi has left the room for good, we get our stuff together. I'm not involved in any clubs or extracurricular activities, so this is the first time I've been at school this late in the day. It sounded like there was somebody talking. Now that I think about it, the cultural festival is in November, and it might be fun to do something together with Shiori for that. I know! They can have a cafe and make coffee! If things have calmed down by then, of course.
不問で済んでよかったね。
I'm glad we didn't get in trouble.
よくはないです。なんでそんな冷静なんですか。
There's nothing to be glad about. How are you still so calm? I think she's managed to repeat herself 3 times now within a pretty short span. Shiori has always strived to portray herself as an ideal student, especially around her teachers, so I'm sure it must have been a shock to have that image destroyed in a single blow. One punch! On the other hand, I don't think she was going to keep up the act for much longer anyway. I can't say for sure, but that's how I feel.
じゃ、行こっか。
I think we still have 1 CG
で
left.
もその前に。
Well, we'd better get going. Oh, but first, because we have the beach, standing on the beach. I think we have the train. Then we have the second kiss, and then we have this kiss. That's only 4, so I think we still have 1 CG left. Moi. Moi. Hee What if I did that the entire time for Kaodu's voice? We share a brief light kiss.
口直しってことで。
I just had to freshen my mouth up. No, nobody would have watched this series. Nobody would have watched this if I had sounded like that the entire time.
もう今度こそ本当に行きますよ。
We're crying out loud. This time we're going. For real.
はあ、この教室も次来るのは夏休み明けか。
Yup. You know, the next time we see this classroom, summer break will be over.
そういえばそうですね。どんな2学期になるのか楽しみです。
Come to think of it, you're right. I can't wait to see what the next semester will bring.
不思議な感じだよね。同じ教室なのに、いつもと全然違う景色に見える。
It's kind of strange. This is the same classroom we go to every day, but it looks different than usual.
そうですね。でも当たり前だと思いますよ。だって私は
カオルさんといるところならどこだって違う景色に見えますから。とても綺麗な景色に。
I know, but of course it would be. Whenever I'm with you, the entire world looks different. It's all so much more beautiful.
ずるいな。便乗する、私も。
The translation for that was,
No, that's not fair. You took the words right out of my mouth. Get your hand out of my mouth.
しおりと同じ気持ちだよ。
I feel the same way, Shiori. And so, the two of us leave the classroom. Taking advantage of the fact that the school is basically deserted, we end up holding hands on the way home. I feel like I catch a glimpse of Miss Asahi at one point along the way, but I quickly forget about that. Shiori is spending the night at my place again. It may not be for a very pleasant reason, but I'm still incredibly happy that I get to spend some time together with her. That's one thing that won't change. Game? Hello? There we go. It's way too soon, but they know this is love. And they're at the school pool now. This is the end of this episode of UsoNatsu. We're going to episode 24. I don't care if episode 24 is 15 minutes long. I don't care. We're ending this. We're ending this episode. I'm ending this episode. We're gonna go to episode 24. I can't. I can't. We reached the point where I was like, okay, we'll have a long episode for the finale. And then it just kept going. And now I really am worried that the next episode's gonna be really short. This is what I get for not looking up how long this game is. But, you know, it is what it is. I think I'm just gonna, if you're seeing this, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm cutting this off right after Asahi busts them for making out in the classroom. I think that's gonna be the cutoff point here. So, yeah. If you're watching this when it comes out, Thanksgiving, turkey. Go eat that cranberry sauce and eat that turkey. Or, you could get the Popeyes Cajun style turkey. I think Arby's is also doing a Thanksgiving special where you can just get a turkey from them. And it's not for Thanksgiving, but I believe Pizza Hut is also advertising a 2-pizza breadstick and cinnamon stick special for Christmas that you could just eat for Thanksgiving instead. Or you just don't do Thanksgiving, I don't know. For all of you non-American viewers. But anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been a really fun game, and I'm really excited to see what the ending is, and more importantly, what these last two CGs are, because I'm certain that this one is them kissing in the classroom, but then what could this be? Why haven't we gotten it yet? Is it going to be this? I have no idea. But as always, thank you all for watching, and Visual Neon,